The stainless work 2-inch long tube headers are going to be for the 08 and newer Hemi Challenger owners looking to step it up when it comes to power and sound out of their V8 with a set of high quality headers. These will come in right around the $1,700 mark and will come with the high flow catted mid pipes as well as the headers themselves, making this for the Challenger owner who's willing to pay top notch for stainless works quality and wants a one-stop shop. As for the install, you'll be looking at a solid 3 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about a day to get these on your car, as well as challenging your toolbox in the meantime. Long tube headers are one of those mods that can really make a difference when it comes to performance and sound out of your V8, and this option by Stainless Works will be a great choice when it comes to both because of the top-notch construction and the overall design. Now these are going to be one of the biggest long tube headers in the category at 2 inches, and the long tube primaries will free up a lot of that restriction from the factory manifolds and promote scavenging, making a noticeable difference in top-end power for the Challenger owner running a mild bolt-on setup, a heavily modified setup, or even an FI or forced induction application. That's going to end up creating some better top-end gas flow and improved oxygen intake, overall improving your performance. With all of that better airflow also comes better sound benefits, and this setup will create an incredibly aggressive and throaty tone to your V8 with really any other exhaust that you match up with this, and that's something that you really can't beat out of a set of long tube headers. I would like to mention that if you are running a more stock or mildly modified NA setup, a 1 7/8 inch runner might benefit your Hemi a little bit more when it comes to squeezing out more horsepower. It seems kind of counterintuitive, but sometimes bigger is not always better, and performance and sound will depend on your supporting mods and your overall build, so I would mention to keep that in mind when you are thinking about long-term horsepower goals when you are shopping around for long tube headers. However, if you are towards the top end of that spectrum and are looking for the most horsepower and torque gains out of a long tube setup, these are going to be right up your alley. Getting into the details of the headers and the overall build here, these will have a high quality build that you can count on, and you can just see it on the table in the overall design. Now the headers themselves and even the mid pipe is going to be made of a full 304 stainless steel material, so you don't have to worry when it comes to rusting or corrosion. These will be hand TIG welded, and what I really like about that is the fact that there's no coating on it, so you can really appreciate the craftsmanship and see it in the detail and the design. The piping will also be mandrel bent for some better airflow and better air delivery, which will benefit your performance when it comes to power gains and create that notable long tube header sound. These will have a laser cut 3/8 inch flange up at the top for an OEM fit when it comes to putting these on your V8, and will trickle down into a 3-inch diameter outlet. In addition to the headers themselves, this will also include the high flow catted mid pipe, which will also feature the same mandrel bent tubing and resist any restriction when it comes to the performance out of your V8, making sure that you can use these on the street as well as the track. With both the headers and the mid pipes, you'll also get everything that you else in the kit, like the RTV, bolts, and O2 extensions, making sure that you're all set when it comes to install. This set of headers, again, is going to be a little bit more expensive and run you about $1,700, making these one of the more expensive options when it comes to choosing long tubes in the category. However, you are getting what you pay for with a high quality set like this, and you're also getting a direct fit mid pipe, so you don't have to worry about matching up another mid pipe, making this more or less a one-stop shop. Now you can definitely tell that these are perfected down to the detail in the mandrel bent tubing and the seamless handcrafted welds. Not to mention, these will feature a lifetime warranty and are proudly made in the US. Nonetheless, if you are looking for a jump in power and an aggressive and throaty sound out of your Hemi, then these Stainless Works 2-inch long tube headers are something that you definitely need to check out, and you can find them right here at AmericanMuscle.com.